Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marta and I'm really excited because I just made my own custom Valentine's palette and I'm so excited about it. I really love the tones that I chose out here and I guess I can just go straight into it. I just really felt like doing something Valentine's-y, but not like the typical Valentine's palette that you always get with just pinks and purples and reds, you know. So what I was thinking about when I made this was I was a little bit inspired by the Vintage Rose palette by Gimme Glow Cosmetics, and Divina Cosmetics had a small color story that they showed with like a green and a rosy pink. So that's why I have like sort of these kinds of shadows right here. And I also wanted a red, so of course I have one of my favorite reds. It's Sauce from Colored Rain. And I guess I could very quickly just explain to you what kind of shadows these are. So this one is Sweet Tooth by Luxie Beauty. Then we have Meraki by Divina Cosmetics. We have Good Manners by Colourpop. And then this bright pink, it's Party Drip by Colored Rain. We have Virago by Divina Cosmetics. So this is like the all pink row. And then we have here She Who Takes Star Baths by Tammy Tanuka. It's one of her loose pigments that I pressed myself. It's a very interesting shade because it's like got a pinky purpley base, but it also shifts to like a more rusty brown. And then the shift goes from green to light blue. I'm not sure if you can see it, but maybe when I swatch them. And then it's Booyah by Touch of Glam Beauty, which is also a stunning, a little bit duochrome or multichrome, I would say. And then it's Cygnus from Divina here, which is of course one of their Galaxy Dust shifters. And it's got also like a pinky orangey base and yeah, a lot of different shifts in it. And then it's another pigment by Tammy Tanuka called Fairy of Wonderfalls, which is just stunning. And then this purple, I never remember the name. It's Kazukos by Divina, so that's from the Exploders collection. And to go just straight down here, this is Snacks from Luxie Beauty. Then we have, I think it's Remy or it's Kaya. It's Remy. Remy by Divina Cosmetics. As I said, also Sauce. And then we have Taboo by Makeup Geek, which is just perfect for deepening up any look. You can use it both with this green, or you can use it with the purples, you can use it with the red, and you can literally deepen up any kind of look that you have. And then this green one, which is sort of like a part of my more rosy tones here, it's Jaded by Divina Cosmetics. So as you can see, you have a lot of pinks that you can play with. You can, for example, use this one and this one to make a more natural, earthy, rosy look. But you can also, for example, combine these two and this and make a more green look, but still have that touch of rosy base on the lid. And of course this one you can use as an inner corner highlight. It's Sweet Tooth. And yeah, I just feel like you have a lot of diversity here because you have like a more cool toned purple and you can mix it with this one like I did today to make it even darker. And then you have more warm toned purpley pink ones, and you have a very bright one. You have some transition shades that you can use both for purple and for pink. And yeah, I just really like how these colors play together. And then I just added my With Love Cosmetics glitters here just as a small bonus because I think that they go quite well with this color story. For example, this one is beautiful with a purple. And then I also have these ones, which obviously go very well with this color story. I think I will just go ahead and swatch them honestly, and I think I will just go like this. And I will add the names on the screen. And I have also thought of like a name that I would give this palette, and I think it would be something like Enchanted Rose or something, because I'm just picturing the packaging being a little bit simple but still with like roses that have different kinds of weird colors that just go with the different colors that are inside the palette, but like not too much because I would still want it to be a little bit like elegant. But yeah, I think that would be like really cool. Okay, so here we have all of the shadows in my Valentine's palette swatched out. As you can see, we have quite a few purples. I did forget to swatch this one on the right place, so it's supposed to be like here. So I hope that you will still manage to find it. I will just write them up in the description box. The way that I have them in the palette, I think you will see those, so I hope that's still fine. So I'm just going to try to show you the different shifts of these colors. As you can see, there are a lot of duochromes here, so I did try to turn down the lighting a little bit so you can see the shifts better. You see that this first one is a beautiful iridescent white to pinky purpley, and then we have the next shimmer, which is the one from Tammy Tanuka, which, as I said, has a pink to orange base. I don't know if you can see that, but it definitely has, and then it's more of a light blue to green shift. And then of course Booyah has a lot of sparkles to it as well. Then we have Cygnus, which goes from pinky red to orange. I think you can see a little bit at least. It's kind of hard. I feel like I'm always trying to be an acrobat when showing you the shifts. And then the next is the pigment that I also have on my eye. I think you can see quite well right here the shifts of that shadow, and I did use a tiny bit of glitter glue just to make sure that it adhered to my skin. And as you can see, it's just absolutely stunning. And then Kasuko's, as you can see, has a lilac base and then a more pink shift. And we do have a nice range of mattes here to go with the different shimmers, and I always prefer to have more mattes, so that's why I have more mattes than shimmers. But that's my whole palette swatched out, and if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, then please keep on watching. So since I already filmed my intro, I guess you all have seen the look that I came out with, but right now I'm without makeup, and I think I will start with this darker shade here, just to make sure I have some depth in the crease. And I really want to go in with the Fairy of Wonderfalls right here from Tammy Tanuka. So I'll probably dip into some of the purples today. But right now I'm just starting with this brown one. And for my base, my eyeshadow base, I do have my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C1 like I always do, and I'll just buff that out. Since my nail broke, I'll just use it for what it's worth for as long as I have a short nail. And I'm just going to place that here. And I only spot concealed in my face, so I don't really worry about any fallout right now. And I have a tape on just so I will get a crisp line. And I just love the shape that I get for my eye when I do that. And I did also just put on some primer, so I used my The Ordinary high adherence silicone primer because I'm going in with a silicone based foundation, my Lumene or Lumene, I don't know how to pronounce it, which is my favorite. And it looks like this. And as always, I try to relax my eye just to see if the eyeshadow placement is how I want it, because this is obviously how my eyeshadow look is going to look like for everyone else. And I'm just buffing out the edges so that I will get a nicer blend with my purpley shadows that I will use very soon. Honestly, I think I will just use this same brush that I'm using right now. I think I will go in with this very purple shade here called Snack. It's from Luxie Beauty. The brush I'm using is, by the way, my Kaleidos Makeup S3 brush. It's just, I love the shape of it because it's sort of flat and it's a blending brush, so when I go in like this, it will kind of just blend out the edges by itself. So I really love this brush. And I will just make sure that I have this brown packed on here because I will be using a liner there later, I believe. I want it to be straight and really sharp. And I will just be going in with this lighter shade. And I will just use that as a transition shade. And again, I'm just overlapping right now because this is not like super light. And I do want a nice blend, which is why I do this. And then I can just blend out the edges. But since I do have a tacky base, I will be basically just applying this where I want the pigment. Then I will go in with some translucent powder to set here, just so that I don't get the colors way too high up. So this is where I will be going in with just a big fluffy brush and some translucent powder to set the tacky base so that the eyeshadow won't grip onto it and come up too far. And also it kind of just highlights my brow bone a little bit. It is translucent, but it's also like white, so it's just what I prefer. Just to make sure that I get the blend that I want, I'm going in with this smaller, it's almost the same shape as my S3 brush, but it's a little bit smaller, and then I will just use that to blend a little bit better, because you know, when you use a smaller blending brush like I just did, you're more like packing on the pigment, but this one will help get a nicer blend. And I do find this purple from Divina to be one of the shades that is a little bit harder to work with, and I have found that it's almost better to just like leave it when you're near perfection with the blending, because if not, you're just going to end up having patchy eyeshadow. So I think I will just say, at least for now, that this is fine, and I will just do my other eye, and then I will be going in with that beautiful sparkly pigment. So I did just put on a very tiny amount of the BH Cosmetics Base Booster just to avoid creasing. I don't use that much. I will go in with Fairy of Wonderfuls, and I did just apply it all over this lid, so I will just be placing the pigment all over where I want it. I'm basically just making sure that everything is pressed onto the adhesive that I have on, and that I have pigment all over where I placed the glue up here. And I think it's looking really pretty. I don't know if you can see all of the different shifts, but it's really pretty. That's how my finished look turned out, and I really like how it looks. I really love the purpley tones, and this pigment here is just so stunning. It's like so multi-dimensional, and it really shows on the eye as well. And yeah, I think it's a very, not like super romantic, but it's a purple Valentine's look. I would definitely say that. And I mean, this is something I would definitely wear if I was going like on a date, or even like now that I'm just going to work. This is like everyday makeup for me. But I really hope that you also liked it, and that maybe it inspired you to do something similar, or to play a little bit more with some purpley tones. But yeah, I just hope that you liked this whole color story and you liked this video. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in seeing more videos from me, just subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!